The fog smothered Arlington like it was mourning something it couldn't name. White headstones vanished into the mist. Private Ethan Caldwell marched his 21 steps, each one echoing like a rifle crack across the stone. His breath steamed in the cold air, chest tight beneath the weight of silence. At 2 a.m., there was no sound but his boots. Until suddenly, there was. A figure in the mist. Still. Watching. A soldier, but the uniform didn't belong to this century. Hollow eyes, shoulders squared, not quite real, but too real to ignore. Ethan's heart kicked. He wanted to scream, move, react, but tomb guards do not flinch. The figure raised one arm, pointed, then disappeared. The fog closed in, and for the first time Ethan understood. The tomb doesn't just hold the dead, sometimes. It calls them back. The next night, the clock struck 2 a.m., and he was waiting for it. And it came. The same figure. Closer now. More detail this time, olive drab uniform, worn chevrons. World War I. Barely a kid, 19 maybe, eyes like dying stars fixed on Ethan, not hostile, pleading. Ethan's grip tightened on his rifle, but he kept walking. 21 steps, turn. But when he looked back, the boy was gone. Swallowed whole. His stomach turned. His thoughts raced. Tomb guards don't speak, they endure. But something was reaching across time, and Ethan didn't know whether it wanted peace or justice. In the barracks, Ethan stared into the mirror, eyes sunken, jaw tight. His hands wouldn't stop shaking. Sergeant Maria Torres leaned against the doorway. "You look like hell," she said. "You see something?" He hesitated. "Maybe. You ever feel like the tomb's watching you back?" Maria didn't laugh. "Old guards full of stories, shadows in the mist. Footsteps no one owns. We don't talk about it, but it happens." She stepped closer. "The unknowns. They're not just buried here. They're waiting. Remember that, Caldwell?" Ethan nodded, but her words hit him like orders. When he stepped back onto the plaza that night, it wasn't with fear. It was with a question burning in his chest. He didn't wait long. The boy was there again, closer now, just outside the chain. Silent. Still. Ethan's blood pounded, but his steps didn't break. The boy raised his hand, pointed again, this time toward a distant patch of headstones lost in shadow. "What do you want?" Ethan whispered. But the figure was already gone. Back in the barracks, Ethan tore through archives, searching. He didn't know what he was looking for until he found it. A footnote buried in forgotten records. Will, Pennsylvania, 19. No last name, no unit. A scrap of paper found with a body. Just one word carved into silence. Will. It hit him like lightning. He called his grandfather, George Caldwell, a retired World War II vet. "Grandpa, I've been seeing something. Someone." George's voice crackled through the phone, calm but grim. "Back in '44, we saw things too. A buddy of mine swore he saw his dead brother watching us from the woods. War leaves scars deeper than flesh. Sometimes they echo. And the unknowns, they don't rest easy when they die nameless. If this one's showing himself to you, maybe he's asking to be remembered." Ethan's hands were ice. "Remembered how?" George's voice dropped. "Give him back what was taken. His name. His story." That night, Ethan walked the plaza with fire in his veins. The fog curled low like it was kneeling. The boy appeared. This time, Ethan didn't look away. "I see you," he said. "I'm here. Show me." And the world broke open. In a flash, he saw it. Trenches, screaming shells, blood-soaked letters. The boy, Will, falling in mud, clutching a letter to his chest. "Dear Ma, I'll be home by Christmas." Then, silence. Ethan stumbled back, gasping. The boy pointed once more. Ethan knew. This wasn't a haunting, it was a cry for rescue. The next morning, Ethan called Dr. Sarah Lynn, a military historian. There was a name, a scrap of paper, Will, Pennsylvania. 19. She was skeptical but agreed to help. Days passed, then she called Private William Harper, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, listed MIA, 1918. No family notified, no body recovered. Ethan's voice broke. That's him. I know it. How can you be sure? She asked. Because he's been walking beside me. That night, Ethan whispered into the fog. We found you, Will. You're not forgotten anymore. Ethan wrote it all down. The visions, the letter, the boy's face. He gave it to Maria. You're not crazy, she said. You're doing what the tomb demands. You're listening. He pitched the idea to his CO, a memory project. We speak their names. We tell what little we know, so no one fades. The CO hesitated. Maria didn't. Let him try. It's why we wear this badge. The first ceremony was small. Ethan stood in uniform, voice steady. Private William Harper, born 1899, died October 1918, dreamed of being a teacher, died for a country that lost his name. Tonight, we give it back. There was no applause, just silence, holy, aching silence. The project grew, other guards joined, schools, veterans, families, stories poured out. One night, a little girl placed a flower at the tomb. Ethan approached. Why this? She looked up. My grandpa was in Vietnam. No one remembered him. Until you started telling their stories. I wanted to say thank you. Ethan's heart twisted. He saluted her father, a veteran in a wheelchair. The man saluted back, eyes wet. As they walked away, Ethan turned to the tomb. You see that, Will? He whispered. That's why we're still here. Ethan visited his grandfather the next morning, told him everything, the girl, the flower, the website. George's eyes misted. You did good, son. They're sleeping easier now. Ethan nodded. I think I found what I was missing. George squeezed his hand. Your dad's proud. He just doesn't know how to say it. So Ethan went to him, found him in the garage, working on an old radio. Dad, he said, can we talk? About Iraq? His father paused, then nodded. Yeah, let's talk. They did. For the first time, the silence broke, and underneath it, there was grief, and truth, and healing. Months later, Ethan stood before a line of fresh-faced Tomb Guard recruits. He didn't recite protocol, he looked them in the eye. The tomb isn't just stone, it's a promise. You'll feel them out there, in the fog, in the quiet. They're not ghosts, they're brothers. Listen to them, speak their names. That's what makes us guards. One recruit asked, Sergeant Caldwell, did you ever see anything? Ethan's lips curved into a small, haunted smile. Keep your eyes open, Private. You might. That night, Ethan walked his post one last time. Fog wrapped around him like memory. The plaza was silent, sacred. He walked his 21 steps, turned, and for the first time, there was no soldier in the mist, no vision. But he felt something, a warmth, a hand on his shoulder, a presence saying, you kept your word. Ethan stood at attention, eyes burning. Thank you, Will, he whispered. Rest easy, brother. Then he turned. His boots echoed on the stone, 21 steps. Pause, turn. The tomb stood watch, and so did he.